Yo, what is up guys, Face here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day like always, and today I'm going to be going over the E-100, a tier 10 German heavy tank from the tech tree. Now everyone knows about the E-100, it's very popular, but I do feel like people struggle to play this vehicle. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a how-to on the E-100, how to angle it, how to actually just get better in the vehicle overall. Now I'm going to get over the equipment and my provisions and all that really quickly. So if you'd like to see that, here it is. I'm running gun rammer, enhanced gun laying drive, refined gun, defense system, enhanced armor. Now I don't have both of these at the bottom here just because I'm a free-to-play player, and improved optics and engine accelerator. Now why I'm running gun rammer is because the reload on the E-100 is very long, and because of that long reload, by running gun rammer you lose a whole second off of the reload, which can actually be very helpful. And I don't really feel like it needs calibrated shells since it does have decent pen, but if you do find yourself struggling to pen enemies, then definitely consider calibrated shells. I'm running enhanced gun laying drive and refined gun because we wouldn't really use vertical stabilizer on the E-100 since you're not going to be moving a lot when you try to shoot somebody, because it's just not going to work with the very long aiming time that this vehicle has. So running it refined gun just makes your dispersion just that bit easier to hit your targets. And then enhanced armor just because the tank is quite armored. Provisions wise, I'm running chocolate, I'm running improved fuel, and I am running chocolate bar just to get that gun to be a bit more useful instead of it missing a lot of shells. Consumables wise, I am running adrenaline, multi repair kit, and normal repair kit. Let's head straight into the game. Now, what do I personally think of the E-100? I have to think highly of it since it is my first vehicle I grinded up on my free-to-play account. And because I grinded it on my free-to-play account, it should just show you that it is one of my favorite vehicles out there. And I didn't have it on my main account, so, you know, I thought, why don't I do something different and get the E-100? Now, we are on mines, and now, like you know, the E-100 doesn't have the greatest amount of gun depression, so running it on the hill can be quite stressful because you're not going to really hit your shells because of that gun depression. However, you can still make it work, and so if you put it there, it means that people on the hill can't really push you. Now I'm going to have to say that the E-100 is probably one of the hardest tanks for people to play just because of how much you need to know how to angle it, and if you don't angle it correctly, you're just going to get penned like paper. Now there's a YAG. I'm going to have to wait to load, and as you can see, while the accuracy is awful on this vehicle, you need to wait a very long time in order to hit targets, and sometimes even when you do wait for your shell to load, it feels like you're just missing very easy shells sometimes. But that alpha on the E-100, I forgot to mention it, is just fantastic. That 600 alpha or 640 alpha, I believe, is just fantastic for a tier 10 heavy tank. Now, as you can see, when you angle this vehicle, you want to just lock your turret in the same position that you load up into a game, directly facing in front of you, and by doing that, it means that it's the hardest for people to pen. Now, as you can see, that angle at which that light tank is, he is definitely not going to pen me no matter what if I'm angling my turret like this. So when you angle the turret, you just want to make it face the same way your hull is facing, and that just means that you will get the most amount of bounces since people can just pen straight through the front of the turret no problem. Now, I don't believe that was the T100 that just shot me for 420. That must have been someone in the back there. I don't believe it was the Yo either. Maybe we can get a shell into that CC. He is quite red for me. He's not going to show me his turret. Maybe I can get a shell. We somehow didn't pen that guy's hatch. That is very weird. Now, I'm the only one holding the hill here, and I don't want to be the only one holding a hill against an M6 since he will just get his gun depression onto me, and then I will have to be forced to push down. Now, I'm facing directly forward, and then I'm going to aim directly at him, and we get a shell into his turret there. Now, as you can see, while the accuracy is not amazing, you can hit those decent shells now and then. Now, I do want to just clear this M6 if I can, so we can deal with the other guys on our right if our team decides to start struggling against them. I use adrenaline, not the greatest idea, to be honest, but you see, that's a YAG. I don't want to show my turret at all to him because obviously with premium rounds he can just pen me no problem. What we can do is maybe get an AP shell. I don't mind getting hit here if I can get an AP shell into him. We do bounce his lower plate, unfortunately. I don't know if we hit just the bit that makes his upper plate, so that could have been why we bounced him. We did reload before the YAG, but he did shoot before us. And there is an IS-4 behind me. My team, unfortunately, did struggle to defeat these guys. Now, with this Alpha, it means I can just kill that IS-4, and that's why Alpha is so nice, especially on a big German boy like the E-100. Now, there's the M6 He's going to get 2 shells into me. There's nothing I can do about this. My Sheridan is just ignoring him, which is very unfortunate. Now, I'm going for the K91 since we are going to lose this. My team is struggling a lot to deal with a few people here. Now, I just want to angle my vehicle just a little bit so that I can get some shell bounces from this K91. I'm going to go for the K91 so I can clear him. Obviously, we want to get the kills out here. Maybe our Sheridan can distract that Yo so that he doesn't go for me. I want to get some bounces here from this Krong. I don't want to get pinned by him. As you can see, I'm angling the turret. And because this tank has very thick tracks, it means that I can just completely use my side-scraping ability to juke this Krongwagen. Unfortunately, we get robbed against that Krongwagen, and it means that our shell does not go in, unfortunately. We should hopefully still win this game. The Krong messes up his shell once again, and it means that we can just get another shell into him. Rolling 733, and that's why I love the E-100. Its alpha is just fantastic. Now, it is something you would usually find on a tank destroyer or the VK72, so it's nothing unique about the tank, but yeah, it is just very nice. I load an HE round to just clear that Krongwagen, rolling 792 or 82 there, I can't remember. We can push this M6Yo now. He is very clear to push. Now, as you can see, I'm running the legendary camouflage, the new one. It's not the stalwart camouflage. And I must say, this just looks fantastic. I do think that the bag on the back of the turret does look a bit... it doesn't look like it's PBR'd graphics because, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because I think it looks a bit pixelated to me. I may be just thinking wrong there, but I do love the camouflage overall. It is just a fantastic camouflage. And what's also very nice about the E-100 is you can just roll HE and completely bully people. So if you're in a situation that you can't really pin a held down vehicle, load your HE and just hit weaker spots on the enemy's turrets. So like on that Yo, I could have shot his hatch with HE and it could have done like 500 damage. I just skipped out of that game. I want to see, oh, we did manage to get a mastery. Usually I have to do over 5k. I need to do like 5.8k to get a mastery. And there we go. That's our first game. Now I'm going to hit straight into another game just because that game was very quick. Now, you guys must let me know in the comments, what do you think of the E-100? Is it a tank that you think you should grind, or you think you would actually have fun playing? And in my opinion, the E-100 is a fantastic tank. Unlike the VK72, you can be very strong at side scraping, where the VK72 can't really be a side scraping vehicle. It's more of a face hug and dominates in that way, where the E-100 is actually more of a side scraping dominant tank. So you just need to pick your vice. In my opinion, the E-100 is better than the VK72, even though the VK72 does have a stronger turret. I do still think that the E-100 is a better choice, just because it moves a bit quicker, its traversing is a bit quicker, and overall the side armor on this vehicle is just fantastic. Now there's a T57, not a vehicle I want to lose a lot of health to. Now we probably are going to get a lot of health lost here because I'm being very silly here. Somehow our chieftain didn't get shot. Okay, he gets shot now, but everyone just wanted my E-100's booty. No one shot the chieftain, but they all shot me, which is it's cool, I guess. I lost a lot of HP for nothing there, to be honest. Don't do what I just did, I must say. Maybe we can load up a heat round into that Minotauro. Now, as you can see, I can still pin a heat round through that Minotauro with running gun rammer. So don't think that when you don't run gun rammer on the E-100 is that you're losing out on something, because you're definitely not. The E-100 can still pin a lot of people. Now, I'm hoping their Yag, I'm pretty sure the Yag is on the right here, so I shouldn't need to worry about that spawn over there. Unfortunately, our Leopard 1 has already died, meaning that that Vickers is free to just farm us out. Hopefully he doesn't do that. Hopefully our team can start picking up. I don't know why our Super Conk is in the back. I've just noticed that everyone with that interstellar camouflage is just absolutely bad. I'm wondering if you guys have noticed that too, and we somehow bounced that IS-4, and because the IS-4 has just fantastic heat, he was able to just butter straight through me, unfortunately. Now, that shot on the IS-4 should have pinned, so I'm a bit upset that it didn't. Maybe I don't want to get shot by that IS-4 again, if I can. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to load HE, and I'm going to show you that HE can just clear him out with over 100 damage. Now, if I was in a 400 alpha vehicle, I would not have been able to clear him with that HE cell. That is for sure. That Vickers is somewhere behind us, and I do not like it. He can just absolutely farm us out in a second, and I don't want to be farmed out because that would obviously suck. Now, I don't want to show my lower plate because I know there is a Yag in the back there. I think the Yag just shot this chieftain. I'm not too sure. Vickers Light is, yep, farming our tanks up here. Now that is very bad since we don't want to be farmed out. Now I want to just see if I can get a shell. We do hit that Super Conk, which is very, very unusual because you're not really going to hit any shells on the move. Now, as you can see, I'm just going to ramp my tank up because that makes the turret very strong. And I want to see if I can clear this minnow. I don't want to get, like I said, I don't want to get farmed out by that Vickers. I'm just going to load an HE round. As you can see, doing 360 to the roof of that Super Conk. And that's just what makes this E-100 very, very strong. Now, I'm very scared of that Vickers, I must say. I don't want to be shot by him because I am very low HP as of now, and I don't want to be a one-shot to anyone on the enemy team. So I do want to preserve my HP if I can. Also, if we don't do anything about pushing right now, we might lose time on this game. Doing 679 to that Yo, he shouldn't be able to pen me. He doesn't have a lot of heat pen, and for that reason, I'm just going to wrap my vehicle up again. Remember, always face the turret directly forward. Now that M6 Yo did manage to pen me, I am quite surprised. There's the Vickers. I'm glad I didn't push up because he's right there. Now, we unfortunately missed that shell, and this Super Conk might kill us. He does miss his shell, thankfully, and I'm hoping my team can do something about our situation right now. Going to load a HE round to him, doing 400 with HE. As you can see, the E-100 is just fantastic at shooting HE. Now this Vickers is just going to flank me, and I think it's game over for me, guys. I must be honest. Yeah. Unfortunately, my team has taken way too long, and I'm not sure why my YAG decided to push across the map in our spawn. Very unusual. But I gave you guys a situation where I won very easily, and a situation where the E-100 can also fall apart. As you can see, that turret can be a hindrance because you need to concentrate on the turret all the time instead of getting your shells out. Like there, instead of just right away shooting the Super Conk, I had to get into a situation where I'm angling my turret before I do that so that I can potentially bounce his shell. And for that reason, the E-100 can be quite hard to ride. And that's why I don't really recommend it if you are looking for a very easy tank to drive, because the E-100 is not that easy for most players, since you do need to focus on that turret all the time, and if you don't, you are just going to get absolutely penned. Even though that the E-100 has been buffed recently, its turret is still very easy to pen, but as long as you keep it at a little slant and you do what I said about angling your turret directly with your hull and just wiggling and keeping a bit of an angle, you are going to bounce a lot of shells. Despite the loss, we do break 3k damage, and I believe we are the highest on the team, and we are. So the E-100, a fantastic vehicle. The legendary camouflage on this tank also looks fantastic. It is a beauty of a vehicle. Let me know what you guys think of the camouflage on this tank. Anyways, guys, hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, you can leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully we can hit 1,000 subscribers pretty soon. And anyways, that will be it for me today. Hopefully your shells hit their marks, and I'll check you in the next one. Cheers.